Now I want to walk you through landing page settings. And this is a best practice that I use to create websites quicker. So let me show you what I mean by landing page settings. First, I'm just going to exit this page and create a new one. So I'm going to click on this button, which takes me back to my WordPress dashboard, add a new page, and I'm just going to say this is a template page. Publish it, and then launch with Thrive Architect. So when you're creating websites on Thrive Architect, very often you want all of your pages to have similar fonts, similar page widths, and just things in common. So I like to create a template for my site. This is a page that has all of the foundation to it that I want all the other pages on my website to use. And then whenever I create a new page on my website, I just duplicate that template page and start editing that. And it saves you a lot of time. So to create this, you could load up a new template, click on the blank, and just start with a blank page. Next up, you can either click on the gear icon or just select page setup right here. And now I'm going to click on landing page settings. And these are the general options for our landing page. So think about what are the options that are going to apply to every single site, every single page on your site. And if you remember earlier in this course, one of the things I did was I said I want the maximum width of every page to be 1100. So I'm just going to change that right there. Next up, for background style, I like to leave it just how it is because we can always change that later. But I do want to change page text options. So I'm going to click on edit page text. And this allows me to change all the typography for this landing page. So for example, with heading 1, let's say I want to use the font Open Sans. And this is something that you most likely decided on earlier before you started creating your website. And you just have to choose a weight here. And then let's say, okay, well, that's good. I like that font, but I want to change the color. And for all my heading 1s, I want them to be this green color. Then you click apply, and there you go. Or another option could be for all my heading 1s, I want them to be uppercase, but not title case. Or the opposite. Sorry. I want them to be title case and not uppercase. Then you can also edit fonts for different devices. So the same cascading rule applies here. If I want my H1 headings to be green on desktops, but on mobile I want them to be red, then I can make that change and it won't affect my desktop fonts. Now that's cool that they had that feature, but honestly, very rarely would you ever have different font settings for desktop and mobile. Because keep in mind, you can always change the size of these fonts when you're creating the page, but this is just the default. So let's say you were to drag a heading onto your page, this is what it's going to default to. But you can always change the color and always change the size once you've added that element to your site. And then another common thing that's really cool is you might want to change the color of your links. So let's say based on your key colors you chose earlier, you want every link to be blue. Well, now you can make that happen easily. Or you can edit your paragraph text. And once you're done, click close, and you've set your landing page text options. And really that's it. I mean, if you're a custom script person, you have these options here. But there's actually a better way to add scripts that you can do one time for your entire theme, where you don't have to add them in for each individual page. So if that went over your head right there, don't worry. But if you use custom scripts, keep in mind there's a much better option than adding them in for every single page. You just add it to the theme itself. And next up are advanced options, which we're just going to ignore. So really that's it. These are my typical settings for a landing page. And what you can do is once you've saved your landing page settings, you can exit Thrive Architect, head over to your pages, click on all pages, and with this template, I just put example here, you can clone it. And now let's say I want this to be about me page. Then I'm just going to edit this so it's about me example. Now I click publish and launch Thrive Architect. Well, this new page already has all our landing page settings ready to go. So we can immediately start creating our website.